When we tell stories about science and technology, we need to always keep the human element at the heart of the narrative. Our narratives make us who we are. Hi, I'm Burke-Spraker, and I'm a technical communicator. And this is my science story. When I was only about 2.5, I had my first febrile or fever-induced seizure. Like most children, I outgrew them. When I was in elementary school, my doctors decided to confirm that my seizures had stopped by using an electroencephalogram, or EEG. Naturally, I was worried about the procedure. I was going to be sedated and have all these electrodes attached to my head, like Frankenstein or something. Science helped me get through the experience. The morning of my test, I went into the hospital very early. They gave me something to help me sleep. And when I woke up, they gave me something very special. My brain! On a printout! I could actually see how my brain worked and was excited to share this with my class. My teacher agreed to let me do a special show and tell the following week. I'm normally actually quite shy, but that day I got up in front of the whole class and told them all about my experience. I don't know if you've actually seen a paper printout of an EEG, but they're actually quite long. I unfolded mine and stood there with my arms spread wide and said, "Look, this is my brain." I explained about the different waves that an EEG measures and why the test was performed. Science helped turn a potentially negative experience into a positive one. Looking back on it now, I realized that this was my first piece of technical writing. I used my experience to explain neuroscience to a group of children just like me. Years later, when I became a technical editor working in computer science and energy, I helped writers explain complex technological concepts to different audiences in the simplest language, whether it was a computer application quick start guide, a chemical data sheet, or a drilling tools case study. My focus was always to represent the audience, to ask the questions they might ask, and to communicate the answers that would help them understand. I love distilling complex concepts into simple words so that the broad audience can enjoy and connect to science. Because that connection, that moment, is where the real stories begin. Those stories make us who we are and help us create a meaningful narrative for ourselves and our world. Thanks for listening to my story. You can share yours on the Frankilin Institute website at fi.edu/sciencestories.